All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Bookmap All Markets webinar. This is Bruce at Bookmap. We'll be going through live order flow analysis. It's forward-looking. The goal here is to understand the participants in the auction process, and that's what order flow can offer you. So we'll be using Bookmap to show the participants' behavior using orders. That's the only way that people can participate in the auction process, and that's why order flow can offer an edge. All right, so just to let you guys know, later today, 1 p.m. East Coast time, we have our onboarding webinar, Onboarding to Bookmap. So it's only a half hour long, but the goal is to get you up and running with Bookmap. So if you're struggling or if you have questions, come to the webinar. I have a link here as well, I believe, or maybe Dan, if you have, I have it here actually. Yeah, there we go. So if you guys are new to Bookmap and you want to come over, Bookmap, we'll be going through live order. Here we go. There you go. There's the link. Oh, yep. All right. Dan already put it in there. Thank you. All right, so what we're going to do in the onboarding webinar is we're going to log into bookmap.com. You will be considered, already you'll register. You'll need to register to bookmap.com. And then we'll show you how to get the platform and download it for your PC. And then we're going to also subscribe to data. Once we're subscribed to data, then we're going to open up Bookmap and we're going to connect you to that data. And then we're going to open up instruments, all right, and take a look at Bookmap and go through any questions that you have to really kind of help guide you here to get up and running. All right. Also, we've been pushing the new supply and demand course here, the setups that we have, and really good stuff there. We're going to continue to go over this material in the live webinars. Okay, so where you can find this course is exclusively on the Bookmap Learning Center. So go to bookmap.com. And we're not trying to push it because like, oh, come to the Learning Center and see the new course. Really, go to bookmap.com, click on education, and watch them. Make the decision yourself. So these are very simple setups, and they deal with supply and demand that a lot of platforms cannot show this in the auction process. And we're going over these simple setups that you've probably used before, using like a wedge pattern or absorption exhaustion or double top or a trend line break. These kinds of simple patterns that you are familiar with, but then adding in that element of order flow that's going to give you an edge. And once you have those things aligned, you'll have a much more informed trading decision that and a much better outcome due to that. Okay, so take a look, decide for yourself. But the videos are here. I can put this link into the chat for you as well. Okay, it's free. It's open to all for now. Okay, that might not be the case in the near future. All right, so anyway, let me put the chat in here. This link. All right. Good morning, everybody. Bob Shark, Trading His Life. There you go. There's the link to the course on the Learning Center here. Now, there's something more to go through here. Yeah, we got to go through the disclosure and then we'll jump in here. A general disclosure, all Bookmap limited materials, information, and presentations are for educational purposes only and should not be considered specific investment advice nor recommendations. Risk disclosure, trading futures, equities, and digital currencies involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, so let's jump in. And let's see what's going on in this S&P E-mini here. Now I've got also the NASDAQ up and gold and Microsoft. So first off, let's just start very simply here. And actually, this is based on a PDF we put together for your preparation, your plan for the day. Very, very simple here. We'll probably build this out and turn it into something a little bit more. But big picture fundamentals, economic calendar, geopolitical environment. This is what drives the market. It is the fundamentals. Okay. Also, some technicals can drive the market, but it can be shorter lived. This fundamentals, for example, let me just show you what I mean by, just look at this. What I mean by the example here. Okay. This here on the daily chart for the S&P E-mini is showing a huge breakout. Okay. All of this trade wars and tariffs and all that kind of stuff, very, very negative for the market. And then the market had been kind of climbing higher, and then this is a decisive breakout here. Why? Because it's technical? No, not at all. It is a breakout because of the fundamentals. That there's been some agreements with China, and is kind of tapered or toned down the news, the geopolitical tensions. Okay, so this is bullish for the markets. Okay, I know I don't need to explain that. However, one of my mentors was a bank trader for Forex. He traded the banks all around the globe, and he always pushed the fundamentals. When the fundamentals occur like this, everything shifts in the market. The market is now different, and he'll point to any chart, and you see any big move or reversal, and he'll say that is due to fundamentals, and he's right. Okay, this is what moves the market. It's redefining here. Now, we also had some good news this morning. That's why we're up again. We have not only the trade tariffs information or data is good, we also have the CPI that came out, and inflation is lower. Okay, this is also bullish here. This is why we're moving to the upside. All right, so where are we going to go now? Now we can look at technical areas in here and see what the market thinks about this bullish fundamental environment right now. Okay, so well, looks like a good area would be up around these swings up here. This would be around 59.60 or so, but there'll be 59.50 in here someplace, yeah, right around here. So that would probably be a good target on the bigger picture here. Okay, so here's the hourly chart in the middle. You can see the bullish move here, and then on the 15-minute chart here on the right. Okay, and here's like this was the close. Again, look what the market thinks here at the close. Okay, you can see the this big green candle in here, and that's very significant. Okay, huge volume on this candle here at the close. All right, so we're just looking at the bigger picture first, and why we're doing that when we're looking at order flow is we want to go along with that bigger picture. Okay, so that's the first two things here on this preparation plan. We have the economic calendar, we have the geopolitical events, and we have both data on our side. So that's great. Now we look at the technicals, the bigger picture. We already looked at the daily, did not look at the weekly, but we started to look for where it might go as well. We didn't look at ETH. We looked at yesterday's high and low though, and or close at least. And previous swings we looked at. Okay, the gap, obviously huge gap up yesterday, and we can put that into the picture as well. And then look at the data here. This is the CPI. This is an interesting one on CPI. Look at the best bid way up here. This is it kind of flipped here, right? the bid and offer. Now this is not possible in the market. It's because nothing traded there. Okay, you have an inverse and the flip. Okay, just so you guys know, because you're like, well, what's the best bid doing way up here, right? It's not. This is the data that we are receiving, but nothing traded in that area here. Okay, so it's once the trade starts to take place, everything becomes realigned in here. All right. So anyway, the next trade was actually this one here. And then you can see the update too, because we're down at millisecond level here. So the trade data took place, that comes first, and then the update for best bid and offer after that. All right, so let's just zoom back out. Okay. So yeah, now we can look at some technicals in here and where price might go after the data here. All right, so we're developing an outlook for the day, and we're going along with the bigger picture. Okay, so let's take a look here at the order flow. Let's zoom in, and then let's look for some opportunities now. Okay, so you can see that tons of buying coming in. They're dominating the market. We traded up into high liquidity here. And what's happening here in terms of supply and demand? This is the supply right in here. Okay, these limit sell orders. They transacted, but there's more market buy orders. Okay, so they're able to trade through that area, and the market continues to climb higher. Okay, so now it's getting interesting. So we're coming up into high liquidity again. Nothing has transacted yet, right? But let's take a look here, and let's start our demo account here. Okay, getting a little bit of a pullback here. All right, so we're going to look for a pullback, a low volume pullback, okay, and we're going to look for a technical level, and then we're going to look for getting involved into the trade. So I'm looking for this area here. In fact, let's just set an order. Okay, you can see low volume nodes in here, so we might have this go against us down into here. Now again, guys, this is not a trading room. We're just showing we're going to be going with the bigger picture trend, and then we want to show trade management in here. So this is my stop down here, and my take profit is up here. Now I'm going to start to adjust them. I have them set automatically here for 50 ticks for the take profit and 25 ticks for the stop loss. And let's just move it down. Let's hit a single here. Now we have high liquidity in here at this 08 area, and then also up here at 10. Okay, and this is the high of the day right up here. Now let's take a look at this in here. So to hit a single, we're just looking for maybe hitting it up to and we'll see like if the aggressors start to charge after this here, this liquidity here. Okay, if they do, maybe we'll move our take profit up to 10. Okay, so we're just going along with this bigger picture here and hitting that single. Okay, now if you are trading on a different time frame, and we're filled on that, if you're trading on a different time frame, like you're looking at your daily chart here, like we looked at, and we talked about this 59.60 or 50 area up here. Maybe you're looking for a much bigger move. Okay, and then if that is the case, then maybe you wouldn't put your take profit in here like this. Okay, this is why I wanted to show this hitting a single. Now obviously, this is a bullish environment, so we can reflect off of this in here. How is it that you want to trade? What is your time frame for trading? What is your risk parameter? So for example, in here, we just wanted to hit up into this liquidity, take our profit. All right, and move on to the next trade. Okay, now however, reflect off of this, and we're in this bullish environment. Okay, in our prep here, we have economic calendar, geopolitical event behind us, or on our side, right? The wind is behind us, pushing us. So maybe it would be better on days like today to not put your take profit in or move it way up, and just move your stop loss up along the way. Okay, so maybe you'd move your stop loss, oh, I don't know, up to just below this area here at this 08 or 09 area in here, somewhere in here, right? Because we can see this is where we just popped again, and we can see the buying pressure coming in here. Okay, so we look for maybe a pullback to this area again, and then we'd be looking for buyers again. Okay, we can also look for another trade. Okay, hit another single here. Right, so we could see the low volume node here, see the swing here, see the high liquidity that traded in here. We've already tested it once. So we can look for maybe another opportunity. Is there liquidity there, etc. So we'll keep an eye on this area right in here around this 59.10. All right. Why I'm covering the fundamentals for order flow, and sorry guys, I'll take a look at the questions here in just a second. But why we're looking at these bigger picture elements in here for considering order flow. I mean, if you're a trader and you're a little bit longer term, you're just like, well, I'm bullish, I'm in, and I don't really care. I'm just going to look for it to come back up into maybe 6,000 here, something like that. Well, that's your way of trading. That's fine. It is totally totally makes sense, and it's legitimate. However, we're going to look at some of the order flow combined with that movement here, and we're going to be looking for opportunities then. Okay, so we were looking for maybe around this 10 level. Well, you can see we pulled all the way back to where actually we took some profit here when we hit that single. Okay, so now you can see sellers coming in. This is we're still bullish, bigger picture. Okay, nothing's changed there. All right, is this another opportunity to get involved? Okay, well, I don't see anything yet. Okay, we'll take a look though. We have some low volume nodes in here. This is where price rejected earlier. So maybe this is an area where we'll find buyers because we didn't find too many transactions in here and price accepted higher. So this is a deal down here then, right? This is at a discount. Okay, now let's take a look at the order flow in here to look for maybe some accumulation, passive accumulation here on the bid, and now we're down here. So now we're looking for aggressive accumulation. There they are, right there. Okay, now we didn't break structure here. You can see the swing right here. Okay, and you can also see the trend line here. So this can still move against us, but this was enough for me to just consider a position in here. Okay, and then now we'll manage it in here. Okay, so I'm looking for these aggressors to come in and take price higher. Okay, and you can see we have not broken that structure yet. Okay, so now we're starting to break it. Okay, starting to see that aggressive accumulation in here. Okay, this is one of the setups we look for. Okay, we're already in, but you can even look for setting another order here, or you would have to kind of be pretty aggressive yourself to get involved into that trade here. All right, so now let's manage this one a little differently. Okay, so yeah, I mean, we have high liquidity up here at 15, but let's just try this, and we'll put way up here maybe 45. There's some liquidity up there at 45, and if this moves in our favor, we'll start to move our stop up. Okay, so we can start to move it up already, and we'll let this play out. If something else comes up in terms of, well, if something changes in here and this starts going against us, we'll actively manage it. If another kind of opportunity comes up and we're kind of stuck in this trade already, then we'll probably exit the trade and look for that opportunity. Okay. Again, it's not a trading room in here. We're looking at order flow, but we want to cover trade management as well. Okay. How to consider the management. The reason being, as I've told you guys in the past, was always like, well, that's great, Bruce. Like I understand the maybe the setup or the order flow, but how do you trade it? Okay, well, this is a consideration. This is not how you trade it for yourself. It's a consideration to learn from. And then you need to go back and look at it and look for opportunities. Okay, you need to digest it and put that together. All right, so kind of chopping around so far after some of that aggressive accumulation in here. Okay, right in here. All right, so sorry guys, I kind of on a little diatribe there. Let me get back to some of the questions in here. Lots of buying today. This is frustrating. It's just running. Yeah, you can find opportunities to splice into it, Stephen. We all kind of learn from traders, along the way over the years. What was it? It was Linda Rashke and this was like, I don't know, 15 or 20 years ago or something, that I heard her in a lecture talk about how to get into big uptrends or big downtrends. She just said, just don't wait for a pullback, just get in. Which, it sounds crazy, but she did the back testing on it. You just don't find an opportunity to get in. So just get in, and then you got to manage it, right? So one of the other things to consider is market timing, or time of day, I should say. Okay, because time of day, like right now, the time of day, we're actually we're not looking for a trend this time of day, okay, necessarily. This time of day, like we've seen big, huge uptrends in the market. Around this time in the webinar, we get a reversal. So much so that we put that together in the Learning Center as one of the setups here in this course. Okay, you got in there. Yeah, it's a tough one, Stephen. I hear you, and it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. I've seen it. I've seen lots of highly professional traders just watch a big trending day go by, and that's okay too. That's the way that they trade. They don't want to. They wait for a pullback, and that's it. They're a pullback trader. That's what they do. Anyway, the failed mid-morning reversal right here is the plan here. It's like this reversal I was telling you about. This is in the downtrend, and then it looks like it's going to reverse at this time of day around 10:30 or so, and it just doesn't. It fails, and then you get the trend continuation. Okay, so is that happening here? I don't know if this is it. We're still kind of trending here. Maybe the double top is going to happen up here, or maybe this is it. Maybe it doesn't even get to the double top or the high here, right? But I'm staying with it. I like it. I see more. Well, I saw them getting filled on the bid on a pretty steep pullback, and then I saw the accumulation here by the aggressors, okay, on the buy side. So I'm going to stick with it. I see the passive accumulation and aggressive accumulation. Let's see if we can get a runner out of this. All right, let me see if there's any questions over on YouTube. something else. There's something else I wanted to cover with you guys from the Learning Center, that I thought there was a question, and I know that I covered it, about exhaustion and trends. And hold on a minute here. Let's get rid of this one. Okay. In fact, we can also adjust this one. This one broke, but we can go with a bigger trend now. Okay, and then that's being tested right now. Okay, so we'll see. Right, so this is what I wanted to show you. Let's go back to that Learning Center. Okay, so map.com, education, Learning Center, and the Market Mechanics course. A lot of you probably have seen at least part 1 of the course. I want to cover the order flow and structure, part 3 of the course. I believe that's part 3. Yeah, this might be it, right? Boy, this is it's evergreen content. We made this back in 2018, I believe, but it is still great stuff. It doesn't change. This might not be it. Let's go back to maybe this one. Okay, yeah, I think this is it. Okay, so yeah, this is it. So take a look at this, like on this move up here, to the upside. Now this is the look at this. This is the Nasdaq at the same price now that the S&P is at, basically. But look at the charge up here, okay, and then look at the dark side, or the shadow here, on the bid. You just don't see interested. Here you see a little bit, right, of liquidity here. Now this is very typical on the beginning of the push through in a trending environment. You see the breakout, and you'll see this flip of the order book at this area where it broke out from, typically. But then a lot of times it just trends and trends and trends, and you don't get in. It'll just continue to go. Anyway, I believe this is the one where it shows it. Yeah. Thought it was a little bit higher time frame, but I don't see it. Okay. Anyway, something to take a look at if you guys are interested. Okay. Oh, look at that. We came really close to our stop there. All right. Now we're going to look for this again, though, because this might be that mid-morning reversal. Might be perfect for it. Let's take a look and let's see if we get it here. Okay. So I'm surprised it actually didn't stop us out. It did not see price come back down to this little low volume node or this liquidity here. Now it still may, but in fact, maybe we should even move our stop down a little bit below that area in here. We'll keep it where it is for right now. Okay. All right. And any more questions? No. At least on YouTube. Yeah, Stephen. So okay, so you got to scale out. It sounds like, and then you got knocked out. Okay. So just as long as you made some money along the way. Another thing, Stephen, this is why like hitting these signals can be really great. just hit the single, build confidence. It'll stimulate you to continue to learn. And you won't get in that kind of downward spiral of like, oh God, this is so difficult and I can't make any money, and like uh, the markets are horrible. All of this, and you won't feel like that. You'll feel like, okay, I'm looking for this very kind of high probability trade for it to work out. Get involved, take some profit, look for the next. Okay? In fact, just do that, and you could probably make a living out of that. I'm sure you can. Just start scaling it up. What was this? This was from like 04, 05 on up to like 07. Like 2, 3 points, whatever. Doesn't matter. If you can make 2 or 3 points a day, and then start scaling that up in size, it's amazing. Yeah, there's a cost to doing business, Stephen, but there's more than, I mean, really, like, that's kind of a separate issue, I think. What we're talking about is looking for something that is more likely to unfold. Okay, so look at us up in here, and this is so typical. This is so typical for this time of day. This is another thing that we want to add into our plan, is the time of day. Okay, so let's see if we get our buyers coming back in up here. Everything's bullish, everything's hunky-dory, and then like this time of day, like this move here stops you out. It goes below the swing here, and stops you out, just to see accumulation come back in here, and buyers move it higher. Okay, so we know that, so look for it. Keep it in mind, maybe put it into your trading plan. We added it for the Bookmap Academy, that this is something to consider putting in your checklist, the time of day. Okay, and order flow wise, right now we're kind of right at our entry basically, and I don't see anything happening in here right now. All right, this is not telling me anything at the moment. Okay, so maybe we exit, or maybe we just kind of wait for this. Maybe we widen our stops out, and we look for an event to unfold, okay, over time. Okay, maybe it's a longer term trade, or maybe we just don't see anything and we just get out right now. Look for another event. Okay, let's see if we get our buyers right now. Okay, so looks okay, looks pretty good. All right, so buyers coming back in. Let's see if they can come back up now to this swing here at 12, and maybe up to the liquidity here at 15. Okay, there's our pullback. Okay, is it low volume? Yeah, kind of is. All right, let's take a low volume trade. Low volume pullback. Now this is not the best low volume pullback in here. I'll tell you why, is because we're looking for a trending environment for that low volume pullback, or at least a big structural break. So this is kind of off the outside of the plan a little bit, just to let you know. Okay, so maybe we'll take a single and just get out of it, some of it up here. Can the market get up there? Okay, I'll go over why this isn't a low volume pullback in here. It is a pullback and it is on low volume, but it's not the setup. And we'll go through it in some detail. I want to bring up the video. I'm not seeing an edge in here at all. I'm just going to exit this and we're going to wait for an edge. Right? It's not worth it. We can always get back in. All right, so let's go through this. Well, let's take a look if we get this here. We still might get this move. Nope. All right, so let's see sellers. If where are we going to find buyers? Okay, where is it a deal? Well, some of them are telling us here, 5,900, also a bit below, and where it broke out from down here. Okay, that would definitely be on a discount. All right, so okay, low volume pullback. Let's go over that again. The low volume pullback from the, go back to the learning center and supply and demand setups and low volume pullback. Okay, what's important on a low volume pullback is like this one was, it's kind of funny. I covered the video in here it's kind of a funny one. It's not really a trending environment. Okay, it's a break of structure, and then it's a pullback to the break of structure. Okay, but here I can bring up another image and show you the trending environment. But the break of the structure though was significant though. It's like at least a third of this range up in here. Okay, I think it was a little bit more. So that's great. So that means that the market has moved away from this area here, and on high volume it moved away. Now we're looking for a pullback to retest these areas on low volume, and we get it. It looks like it's really high volume in here, maybe with a few of the dots in here, but you can see that it's not in the bars as well. Now we go forward in the video, you'll see that it's definitely more, less volume here on the pullback, and this is great. So now it's starting to set up. Now notice how it chopped in here for a while as well. That's because we're not in the trending environment yet. Okay, it is a low volume pullback. We are accepting lower, and it chops here for a little bit. Okay, there's a lot of subtleties to this low volume pullback. Okay, this one's a little different, and where it really works nicely and with ease is on a trending environment. Okay, so anyway, it's kind of the end of the video. We look at more of the trending environment because it happens here, it happens again here, and it happens again in here, right? The low volume pullback. Okay, so anyway, that's what we're looking for. This here was just some buyers coming back in, and then it pulled back on low volume, but it did not break the structure. And we'd want to see this if we're going to trade low volume pullback. I'd like to see it on this structure. Okay, even this structure would be okay. So I'd want to see the break be something like this. So like 2 or 3 points at least. If this was the structure that we broke, so that's from 11, so this is like about a 10-point move. I want to see this to be like a 5-point move, and then I'm looking for the pullback. Okay, does that make sense? And we might not get it. It might just break and continue as well. Anyway, there's nuances to it, guys, and we just have one video for it. I can bring up at least maybe a screenshot of the this video here, or I'm sorry, this screenshot here for the low volume pullback. Here's our trending environment. Here's our pullback. There's another one here. There's another one here. There's another one here. You can see there's several in here on a very small time frame. Okay, but this is trending pretty hard, and we're definitely getting pullbacks. It's retesting where it came from, but the trend continues. Okay, so it just means that it's pulled back. There's just not a lot of interest, and that's when we want to get in. Okay, so here now we're getting down into our area where maybe we're getting a deal here, right? On we made the right decision to get out of that trade, and then let's see if we can get back in now. Okay, that's quite a bit of volume. But we just came up and tested the structure here. We have not broken it. Anyway, not seeing much. Okay, so this is where we liked it here. We're considering it here. This is where it broke out from on strength, right there. Okay, and we're just testing that area right now. Okay, well, maybe we'll come down to here. Maybe it's a VWAP trade. Your VWAP trader's trading his life is probably just waiting for it here, and waiting for the move. Maybe even trading it down to his VWAP. I don't know. That's pretty aggressive, but you know, buyers may come in around where we are right now, as this could be. Many might consider it a deal just below the figure here, 5,900. Okay, so some more buying accumulation in here. What about the accumulation on the passive side? Here looks pretty good. Starting to look pretty good, right? Okay, now we've broken structure. All right, let's put in a limit order here for a pullback. Okay, let's see if we get it. Okay, that might have been it right there. We had our reasons for putting it here, and we still might get it. And this is where it broke from. We see the high volume node here, so we're looking for a pullback. Okay, so we're filled now. Okay, so now this was with a limit buy order. Okay, now there's risk with that, as we covered in the video. Right, the risk is that well, we don't know what the order flow looks like in here. Okay, like you know, you'd be looking for more buying up in here, basically, for a safer trade. But because all of a sudden there could be a lot of supply that gives it one more shot, you know, to the downside here. That's the risk that you take with the limit orders on your low volume pullback. And just know your risk, and you know what you're considering. Okay, so now you can see like it's gone through this area. It's come back down into here where these buyers came in and initiated the move to the upside. Another thing on this move up to the upside in here, order flow wise, this is where it dropped from. Here's our test, and then this is actually it's on higher volume in here, no doubt. but look how it tapered off up here, right? Usually what we want to see is strong buying all the way through, right? It's much nicer. Then you get these low volume pullbacks like this, and then you get buyers come right back in, typically again. Okay, but if it's tapered off like this, it means that price explored up here and didn't find the buyers. So it has to come back down again to find more buyers in here. Okay, taking a look at our stop loss in here. Okay, well, we're right here, kind of like at high liquidity and a low volume node just below us in here. So maybe we want to move our stop up or move it back down below. Okay, again, just getting into some of the risk management in here. Okay, just at the figure here, 5,900. Another thing that another risk in this environment here, I think volatility in the VIX has gone down, quite a bit. So, but one of the things that we were talking about in the weeks previously was placing your stop loss and take profits, especially like your take profits, because you might get a huge move extremely quickly and price will test that area where you wanted to take your profit, but it doesn't stay there long and it comes right back, right? So if that happens in that environment, you're not going to get filled if you're just trying to trail your stop loss, right? So it's a consideration depending on the environment that you're in. All right, so here's our buying accumulation now. So it's looking pretty good. And let's see if we can now resume that that trend. This is that pattern in here. This is that mid-morning. It's looking like it. That mid-morning reversal pattern. And the time of day is perfect for it. Okay, so you can see this move down. Here's our double bottom in here. And then let's see if we can get enough buyers in here. The one caveat in here is this this VWAP down here, and that does align with some of our technical levels as well. Okay, our horizontal line that we put in here, and that's the only caveat here. That kind of makes me a little anxious. Okay, other than that, I think what we can do now is we can trail or move our take profit up at this point. Put it in front of the figure up here at 59.50. Okay, possible continuation pattern after the double bottom. I'm going to hold off on it though. I don't know if these sellers are done yet, but buyers are they're coming in. This is see how this one is much better. Consistent buying all the way up, where this one tapered off. Okay, so we're looking for that kind of strong move. This would be the leg one of the impulse move. All right. Let me go back to YouTube, see if we have no questions. Okay. So this is turning into that second impulse move right now. So you guys could have once you see that buying back up here, consider another leg into this. Okay, actually it's turning out real nice, really nice. After a double bottom, beautiful stuff. Okay, this one we'll let it ride here. See if we can get a lot more out of this one. You can feel your breathing has changed, Stephen. Yeah. Well, that's funny, Stephen. Like, then you're trading too big. Or maybe just hit singles. I know you're as a trader, one of your great strength is your patience, which is amazing. But if it's making you nervous, then you're trading too big, or I don't know, or you haven't defined your edge. Okay, because like once the more defined your edge is, the less like problems breathing or nervousness you'll have. It's like it either works or it doesn't. And it's no big deal if it doesn't, because you have an edge. So you just wait for it to happen. That's why we try to, go through like some of the patterns in the supply and demand course in here, like this mid-morning reversal. We've learned over the years here that this pattern happens a lot. And then you get trend continuation, right? So we're looking for it to happen. Okay, and so far so good. Now we don't know, right? I mean, heck, in this environment with tweets and all sorts of things going on, from important politicians, everything can change in a heartbeat, right? But this is what we know. This is what defines our edge, and this is what we're going to go with. Right? And if it doesn't work, so what? Look for the next one. Okay, go back and reflect off of it and look for the next one. Like we reflected off of this one in here and noticed like, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't have taken that little low volume pullback in here. Not too maybe not too smart. Like it didn't meet the criteria for the setup. Okay, and then we started to note, well, this isn't really what we're looking for in here. Let's just get out, and we can always get back in. I hope that makes sense, Stephen. The fear is giving back. Well, it shouldn't be, or being wrong. Then that's good to note, Stephen. That's really good to note. You think it's the uncertainty as well. Well, that means you haven't built out your edge. Now you know. So go back, and I know it sounds so trivial, or what's the right word? Just that you hear the same things all the time. Oh, go back, make it your own, back test it, build out your edge, make sure all this kind of stuff. And it's not easy to do, but you build out that edge, then you will feel a lot less uncertain. You won't be fearful about giving back. Okay, you'll take it, take the small loss, look for the next one. And the next one will likely work out because you have an edge. Okay, now that's how we started this webinar off, was talking about an edge, but aligning the higher time frame and the bigger picture fundamentals in here. Now, what's going against us today, right now, in this webinar? It's time of day is what's happening, because the fundamentals are good here. Okay, what it is time of day, and it's this move here, right? And we know from experience that this move can happen at this time of day. And then we saw this come in, right? And even thought about maybe a continuation pattern in here, which played out, and you would have taken your profit up here because the measured move has unfolded. Okay, now the only reason that we're still in this and not taking a measured move profit, because of the environment we're in, looking for a runner now, because of the bigger picture fundamentals. All right, hope that makes sense. So now it's really a question though, like how do you want to manage this now? And on what time frame do you want to manage this? Right, because you could have hit a couple singles already, and maybe you're done for the day. Right, I mean, we might get another move. We might come down to VWAP, and there'll be a lot of traders down here at VWAP when we have a low volume node here too, and we have another our technical level that we this horizontal line in here we put where the buyers broke out. We might get one more retest down here. Right, here it could be an inverse head and shoulders right here in front of us. And all of a sudden we might find like a large seller come in here and just dump it all the way down here, and we get stopped out. Okay, we don't know. But this is meeting our criteria, our checklist, our setup, and we're going to go with it. It's a lot easier said than done, that's for sure, Stephen. I don't want to say it's all roses and rainbows and unicorns. That's another reason why I don't know how you guys feel about this. Like maybe it's not a good idea to take positions in here to show the trade management. Would love to get your feedback on this, because at least we're trying to be on the level there and say like, hey, we think we have an edge here, and we're going to play it out. Okay, and again, it's not a trading room. It's not a trade recommendation. Okay, but we're learning along the way with the order flow within the trade management as well. Would love to hear you guys' feedback on that. A lot of people won't do this. Okay, and look at the just the pain in here, or the patience needed, right, as the market kind of figures itself out here. Where does it want to go? Is it finding buyers? Uh, there's a lot of things to, trading is just not an easy endeavor. I mean, heck, you might as well just like, you know, work a 9 to 5 and show up and go home. It's a lot easier. Yeah, I'm sorry, Stephen. I should make it a little more light. Kind of got a little heavy in here. So, okay. Well, this is great then, Stephen. Okay, you're still holding long. You got your scale. Perfect. Okay, Luciano, you do appreciate it. Seeing the trade management. All right. I don't know, guys on YouTube. I'm not sure. Not hearing much. Oh, you're welcome, Wild Bill. Wild Bill Hiccup. Nice name. Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, there's some issues with this. Like, okay, so yeah, we're in a profit right now, but boy, you've seen lots of losses along the way, um, and uh, and we don't know if this is going to work out or not, right? But what I don't like about being in a position is then it doesn't really free us up to look at other stuff, and that I don't like. I don't have a problem being in a position, and I love to show the trade management. I really do. I think it's such a critical part of trading that is really overlooked. So anyway, like there's all sorts of little scalps and things that we could be looking at along the way in here, and uh, we can't because we're kind of involved in the position already. Oh, we can add to it, but yeah, I kind of want to. I'm hoping we get a runner here, and I'm not seeing it. I mean, we have an order flow event right in front of us that's showing that we hit high liquidity here. We have exhaustion here. So we have absorption, exhaustion, and then the move down. Classic. I mean, this is classic. We probably would have scalped that down to this liquidity here at 04. So from like 07 to 04, something like that. But okay, not bigger picture, but medium time frame here. We're just going to hold and look for a bigger move here, right? But you can see this move here. It's probably shook a lot of people out. Now we'll just need to see if we get our buyers come back in. Okay, so we're looking for absorption on the bid, or some exhaustion by sellers, and then buyers to come in and start breaking some structure in here, and then a move higher, back up to the top of the range, and then maybe more. Anyway, one of the, we started off the webinar talking about this kind of bigger picture and uh, fundamentally and technically, and how important that is Then we're looking for a setup, okay, a high probability setup within that environment. That's where the rubber is going to meet the road. So we're aligning as many possibilities in our favor as we can. And then just take the trade and manage it. I mean, this is looking like a little reversal in here, and we might even see a measured move of this down to here. You know, and that's kind of where we got in, you know, something like that. Or heck, you know, maybe there's a lot of VWAP traders out there who are not buying, and we have to come all the way back down to VWAP here. Well, one way or another, we're gonna see probably a pretty nice move in here once we break this kind of area in here, because we've got a lot of sellers in here. They're going to feel the pain and the stop run to the upside here, or we're going to find some buyers in here feeling the pain on the downside in the long squeeze. But I'm kind of looking for this break above this kind of 09 area up here. No, I don't use initial balance, Richard. With VWAP, I really just kind of look at the order flow. Initial balance, like you know, or we covered the orb trade, the opening range breakout in that course. Here it is, actually, right here is the second to last. It's the 9th video in here, and it's the same idea basically of waiting for some act. It's the same idea we're looking at right now at this little range in here. It's just a studied version of that at the beginning of the day. Again, market timing or time of day, of like all sorts of traders coming in at the beginning of the session, and then what is their activities, their position, and then looking for a reaction around that. And the same thing we're looking for here on a much smaller kind of micro scale. Okay, I mean, you can zoom in and look at the same for like this little micro range in here. Okay, same idea. We're looking for a squeeze, looking for it to trade up to 10, just like that. You know, and there we go. Okay, there's your low volume pullback on a very small time frame. Okay, and then you look for it to come back up to, you know, 0950 or so, maybe 10. Right, you can slice and dice it all sorts of ways. So yeah. Anyway, that's the way why I bring all that up, Richard, is just that's the way I kind of view it. I don't really view the name or the moniker of like initial balance. I try to put it in terms of what does it actually mean, and then understand that concept, and then that can be applied to many different things. Opening range breakout's a little different. It's again, it's the time of day, some chop for the first 15 minutes or whatever the market decides to do, and then look to go with the direction. Okay, for a momentum move. Okay, I mean, you can make make the same argument right here, right now, and if you did, you'd be getting in on a break of this up here. Okay, if this was like a kind of a small opening range breakout trade. I don't know, that's the way I view it. A lot of people study the close. I mean, yesterday's close was just fantastic, I thought. I mean, this is very bullish. I know I've heard it. It was years ago. It was another trader. What I forget. I think Hubert Centers. I think it was the guy with along with John Carter. But I think when he first started trading, he mentioned he was a stocks trader primarily when he started, and he in prop trading environment, he and his colleagues would just wait for the close and look for massive volume at the close and closing at highs of the day, and they go all in on those, and then make a bundle of money. And they could have lost it, and he even mentioned that it's like, I'm amazed we didn't lose it all. But anyway, that was one of the setups, and it's a good one. If you study it and you see something like this at the end of the day, after such bullish news and after such a gap like this, you're looking for that continuation. You can trade the beauty here in futures, also in Forex as well, is you can trade the overnight sessions, and you can't do that with the stocks. You've got that risk, that gap risk in the morning. All right, guys, let's see if we can get finally get our break here. European close coming up, so we've been chopping around a lot in this webinar. Okay, but we're looking for finally getting this break and maybe this continuation here. Guys over on YouTube, please give us a thumbs up, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Even better, come on over to our Discord channel. You're going to get a lot more from it. We have a great community. It's all free. Okay, you will need to be registered at bookmap.com with just an email, which it's all free though. There's no cost at all. You don't have to pay for anything. And then come into our community. Learn from other traders, like-minded traders, and start putting the pieces together. Okay, there's a lot of materials over here as well, free resources. All right, let's see if we can get this. This would be I'm not quite seeing it for the breakout, the beautiful breakout trade, but it's starting to look a little bit better. And this is also another setup from the supply and demand course in here on the Learning Center. So it is this one here, this wedge pattern. Okay, and we've seen it so many times, but you're looking for this buildup of volume at the swing low here, for example. Okay, in a trending environment, it's kind of like a continuation pattern in here, basically, but we're trending down, and then you see this build up, and after all this chop, you start to see the build up of volume at these lows in here, and then you're looking for that break of it. Okay, and then measured move, take profit down here. Anyway, in this one, you can have gotten in a little earlier up in here. Okay, so I'm not seeing it here to the upside though right now. Now that doesn't mean anything. All of a sudden, we just might get these buyers in here. Okay, but it is better, much better, if we have buying, and then more buying in here, and then we're looking for that break. Okay, and we can look for that measured move as well. So this would be the measurement here, and let's see where that might go then. Yeah, I don't know, 15 up here looks pretty good for the breakout. Not trading today, Shark, just watching. Okay. Okay, there's our break. All right, now we're looking for the continuation though, on up to 15. Okay, and we got to see strong volume here. Okay, we got to move away from all of this value area in here, and the way to do that is on strong volume. Okay, so we went through a bunch of setups today. The wedge in here to the upside didn't look so good though. Low volume pullback in here, that was something that we made a mistake on, and wanted to demo it, but decided that, hey, let's exit that just because of it's not really the setup. And then we saw this mid-morning reversal in here. Okay, I got in early on this one. I got in too early. This was I'm sorry. Mid-morning reversal did play out, but this was more of that kind of trend line break and accumulation. Okay, so we see accumulation passively by buyers, and then we see aggressive buyers come in. All right, so we covered like 4 in here, 4 of them. Okay, and you can see the variations in here. They're not picture perfect, but the concept is there behind it. All right, guys. Well, thanks for your patience in here. Let's wrap it up. We'll call it a day. And Tom B is up next. If you want to continue on with the education here in Bookmap Volume Profile Trader, looking at Bookmap with a bunch of different strategies. All right. So yeah, thank you everybody. Thanks for coming, and we will continue next time. No, I'm sorry. So later this afternoon, 1 p.m. So in another hour and a half, we have the onboarding webinar. If you're new to Bookmap and you need some help getting up and running, we're there for you. And then we will have the Bookmap Academy webinar Thursday at market close, so at 4 p.m. East Coast time. And then we'll be back here for the All Markets webinar, this webinar, on Friday at 10 a.m. All right. All right. Thanks again, everybody. Have a good day, and we'll catch up with you next time. Bye-bye.